Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marie and I use Adobe Illustrator to create graphics. Today we have this request that was made through my Facebook page. A 3D restyling of this logo, Grace Fellowship, but keeping it similar. So I'm going to start by creating a circle using the ellipse tool, and then I'm going to count the numbers of shapes here. In the original logo, which are 7, so I'm going to create, by using the polygon tool, entering 7 sides, I'm going to create a heptagon. I'm going to change the stroke width to 1 so it matches the circle. Then I'm going to select the heptagon and rotate it 180 degrees so that this flat side is on the top. Then by using the pen tool, I'm going to click in the center of the circle, draw this line that goes straight through one of the angles of the heptagon. And then by using the rotate tool and placing the rotate point in the center of the circle, I'm going to make a rotated copy of the line, and then click Ctrl D 5 times to repeat this last move. Now we have this weird structure here which we're going to use as a base to create our new logo. I'm going to start by selecting the ellipse tool and creating a circle, which is going to be only in this top triangle here. I'm going to create a triangle that kind of recalls the triangle in the original logo. And then I'm going to add a little circle on top, which to me represents the head of a person. Only the triangle won't be outlined like in the original logo. It's going to be closed. This is what I'm envisioning. I don't know if it'll work. Let's try. And also the triangle won't be straight. It's going to be curvy. It's going to have curvy lines. So I'm going to start by creating these 2 circles, which are the same size. And I'm going to create this other circle because I'm trying to combine these shapes to create the triangle that I'm trying to design here. Obviously you can't see it yet, you'll see it when it's done. So I'm going to see, I want to follow this this line here. Okay, and then I'm going to add another one here. Okay, so I kind of see it already. Then I'm going to select all of these, combine the parts that I want, and I'm going to subtract all the other parts that I don't need. And I'm going to create one triangle just in this top part. Because once I created I'm going to call it person because I think these triangles represent people in a community. Once I create the first little person, I'm just going to duplicate it around the heptagon. I'm going to move this a little bit. Okay, because let's remember it has to stay in this triangle up here so that I can duplicate it properly around the heptagon here. Okay. I'm just playing around because, as I said, I can envision the shape. It's hard to explain, but you'll see it when it's done. Okay, and I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 circles that are the same size and a 4th bigger circle to create my curvy triangle. Okay, I'm going to select all 4 circles and then go to the shape builder tool. And I'm going to combine this with this and this. So it's going to be, like I said, a kind of a triangle, only the top part's going to have this wave. Everything else here, I'm going to subtract, delete, because I don't need it. I know, it took me this long just to create this little shape that I could have created with the pen tool, but I wanted the curves to be proper. I'm going to use the direct selection tool to select this anchor point, pull this dot to make it curvy. So this is like a wave, and in the middle of this wave type line, I'm going to add this circle that, as I said, for me represents the head of a person. So we have the arms, the body, and it's like a restyling of the triangle in the original logo. So it's a little bit different, but it recalls the original concept. Now I change the fill color to this pink so you can see it better, and stroke to none. While both of these shapes are selected, I'm going to click on the rotate tool, change the rotation point to the center of the circle and heptagon, and make a rotated copy. That's going to go here in the second triangle. And then I'm going to click Control D 5 times to duplicate these other, let's call them people. Use the rotate tool to make any adjustment on the individual shapes. Now I'm going to select each one of these, and with the eyedropper tool, I'm going to click on the colors of the original logo. So there are 7 shapes around the heptagon here, and each one is a different color. And I'm picking these colors with the eyedropper from the original logo. Now I'm going to select the parts that we created for the structure, and I'm going to delete them because I don't need them anymore. Now I'm going to select all of these shapes, group them, and then go to Effect, 3D, Extrude and Bevel. I'm going to click on Preview, add some perspective here. They have these preset positions that you can choose from, and if you find one that you like, and then you can work with it by finding the position you want, turning this cube here. So when you turn this cube, you get a live render of what your 3D shape is going to look like. I'm going to lower the extrude depth to 20, and I'm going to change the bevel effect, which is an effect that's applied to the edges. I'm kind of experimenting here. I mean, I already know that I want them to be like a little bit curvy, like rounded, but I wanted to check the other ones as well. Okay, I'm going to go with rounded. Here where it says height, you can insert the amount of roundness you want the edges to have. And on these 2 little icons, you can select if you want them to be applied externally or internally. I'm gonna change the extrude depth again, which is the amount of thickness that your 3D shape will have. And then I'm gonna play around with the position a little bit. I kind of like it like this. So then if you click on more options, you get the light options. These little dots here are lights. It already comes with 1 light. I added a second light. I'm trying to figure out, okay, I like it with this slight inclination. I'm gonna add a little bit. Now I'm gonna change the perspective here a little bit. Okay. And then with the lights there, you click on the dots and you can change the parameters of the light. So this is the name that the person sent, that we're gonna give our logo. So it's gonna be Grace Fellowship, and then it has the name added underneath. Again, I'm going to get the color, this green color from the original logo, so I clicked on the color of the writing with the eyedropper tool, and I'm going to try and use a similar font as well, at least for the the first two words, grace and fellowship. Now I'm just gonna play around a little bit to figure out the best way to add the text next to our 3D logo. So I'm gonna remove the message here. We don't need it anymore. I'm just gonna leave the original logo, put it down here so you can see the difference. And I'm gonna leave the first two words green and put the third word black. I'm going to add a line here to separate the first two words from the third one. Make this spacing between the letters, extra spacing. This line, you know what, I'm going to put it here so it kind of continues from the letter P. So I'm going to change it to the same color as the P. Then I'm going to position it right there, and I'm going to use the direct selection tool to bring the line all the way to the beginning of the F. I'm going to make sure the spacing between the letters is the same, between the words is the same. I'm going to lower the amount of spacing between the letters. Move this up. Center everything. And here we go, our 3D restyling of this logo. I'm going to send this final version to the person that requested this tutorial, this video, and I hope that you enjoyed this video as well. Please hit the subscribe button and don't miss out on any of my future videos. Ciao!